They say that in the heart of an abandoned village there is an old well that every night at 3 o'clock the sound of a child crying comes from it. We went to investigate, but what awaited us there was not human. If you dare, read on. In the heart of an abandoned village there were whispers about an old well. Every night at exactly 3 o'clock, the sound of a child crying could be heard from deep within it. The sorrowful and haunting cries were unforgettable, and no one knew where they came from. But those who lived nearby would tell you that the sound carried a strange, unsettling presence. We, a group of curious young people, decided to investigate this eerie phenomenon. On a dark, moonless night, we ventured toward the village. The dusty, winding path was lit only by the faint beams of our flashlights. The wind rustled through the trees, and every noise seemed to amplify our fear. But we had made up our minds to uncover the truth. When we arrived at the well, the area felt like an ancient, forgotten graveyard. The walls of the well were covered in moss, and dry bushes surrounded it. But what struck us most was the profound silence that seemed to hang in the air, suffocating all around us. We couldn't hear anything except for our own breathing. Just after 3 a.m., the sound came, faint at first, but growing stronger. The sound of a child crying from deep within the well, a weak, trembling cry that could tear at anyone's heart. One of us, brave enough, dared to shine their flashlight into the well. That's when something unimaginable emerged from the depths of the well. A face, twisted, horrifying, and inhuman. It wasn't a child, but something else, something from another world. Its large, pupilless eyes stared at us, and its skin was dark and wrinkled like something ancient. Its teeth were sharp, capable of tearing through anything. Slowly, it crept closer to us, and then its cry changed to an eerie, malicious laugh, a sound that no human could make. One of us, with more courage than the rest, decided to step closer to the well, but as soon as they did, a terrifying noise came from within the well. The walls began to shake, as if the very earth beneath us was trembling, and then more creatures, grotesque and unnatural, began to crawl out from the darkness. We froze, our bodies paralyzed with fear. The creatures stared at us, and for a moment it felt as though time itself had stopped. We could do nothing but watch as they drew closer. But suddenly, we snapped out of it. Panic surged through us, and we ran for our lives, not daring to look back. When we finally reached the safety of our homes, the crying of the child still echoed in our ears. But it didn't stop there. Every night at 3 a.m., that sound would return. The well was no longer just a relic of the past. It had become something much darker, something that didn't want us to uncover its secrets. If anyone dares to enter that village and approach the well, they should be prepared to face horrors from another world. But if you manage to escape with your life, your story will become one of the most terrifying tales ever told.